Welcome. Welcome back to the channel. With no ability to do so, Rollen Green, here at Reactions, Rants, and Rabbit Holes, would like to channel the saddest Sarah McLachlan rescue a pet PSA you've ever heard and say, for as easy as a like, subscribe, and share, you can continue exploring Tinfoil Hat Tuesdays with Rollen Green as we listen to songs like Testament, Brotherhood of the Snake, acknowledged as a source for ancient alien architecture. And, that kind of, they came down. The builders, if you will, if you follow those kind of ideas. Maybe they're the ones that spliced our DNA to make the, I don't know. Maybe the snake is the reptilian heart of the underground Illuminati blood-sucking sacrifice to ball set. I don't know. But I do know that Testament, Brotherhood of the Snake, is considered a conspiratorial song about ancient aliens. And to wrap up Tinfoil Hat Tuesday, because I can't really channel Sarah McLachlan and Sad Puppy Dog Eyes, I just wanted to ask for that shit just once. If it's fun and you like to play along, I know one of the popular, most well-paid podcasters on the planet just digs this shit. Minute and a half. That was not in the first 30 seconds. Let's go get some. We gotta go. Okay, I didn't cheat when looking up this on Bing. And how much credit can I give to the same platform that's probably owned and controlled by a guy who wants to depopulate the planet? But it just listed ancient aliens. And of course, is not going to tell us about our reptilian underlords and its hollow earth labyrinth of underground DUMBs. Of course not. Because that would all be stuff that's filtered through me from the tinfoil hat ducks back there. And pure conspiratorial nonsense. Or is it? All opinions are for entertainment over here. I haven't found a place to hide that yet. It's up there, but you just have to look at Alice's eyes long enough. And the Buccaneer spirit is up there, waiting, and it's all right because we're smoking up the back of the bus as we go. Because why couldn't we? Holy shit, reptilian underlords! Oh, that's been 44 seconds in, and it's like, oh God. Here's down in Hollow Earth. Oh shit! Is this an ode to our Anunnaki overlords and their Epic of Gilgameshian cross-breeding program, and then brotherly rebellion against each other, creating a rebellion slave caste versus soulless, mindless flesh slug. I know, I can't remember the ducks. They're just screaming because they fucking love Testament. Yeah, no. Yeah, they'll be watching you, all right? Because they're in every three-letter alphabet agency there is. Now, I have not partaken in this one, but for my last jab at the underbelly of the conspiratorial side of the fringe internet, I hear there's reptilians in, skin suits with masks. I hear mask technology filtered through the ducts is beyond belief. I've seen what makeup and filter technology can do. So you add full prosthetics, makeup, light blocking, and other Bernays-esque programming and ideological pushes, and pretty soon it'll just be a fancy light show, but people will bow down to that invasion as well. It'll be from below, it'll be from above, it'll all be designed to in place the same control system either way, because the end game would be what? Turn this truly into a, prison planet. We were talking about Alex Jones and the Upchurch one. Oh, there's that in Sumerian disguise. So, I mean, we're at the Gilgameshian tale here, right? We're at some of the oldest documents on the planet, outside of that one, No, I mean, it's all in that same man. This and then BOLs from the shipping end of the city. So it's weird how somehow commerce, exchange, and spirituality and control appear to be interlaced from the very origin documents of civilized society. We'll use that term loosely. To now. Hey, we are food for thought. As long as you stay away from, the cannibalism and adrenochrome. Ooh, this is gonna take 20 minutes. So, I did and have said and am not ashamed, and it's why we don't do pure Christian anything. Hey, while we're invoking the old gods, I'll invoke the new. I mean, Jesus Christ freed me from slavery and blanket thinking. I don't have to follow a book. I follow an idea of the end of sacrifice, because the ultimate sacrifice was made, while we discuss the sacrificial ideas that have remained to this here and now. But when I was teaching the pagan study course, which was Gardnerian, Alexandrian, European paganism, no very, very almost zero Crowley-esque knowledge, calling forth the watchtowers, casting circles of protection, positive nurturing, that whole midwifey healer witch thing without the incredibly weird cult and lesbian undertones. More natural, earth-driven, natural law magic. It takes a certain combination of everything right to work. So as doing that, I met a Draconian who, under their own admission, still worships the old gods and the dragon spirits of old. This is not just a long-winded rant. Tinfoil Hat Tuesday, I believe, is a complete success, almost more of a success than the live stream, because this will go live to the first Tuesday of every month will be Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. We won't get Brother of the Snake because we're here at Brotherhood of the Snake now. But the same ideas, they'll hold true there. And let's get back, because they are talking about the old gods as well. And ironically enough, so many still follow the old gods, some unbeknownst to even themselves. What's that, duck? Yeah, they don't know they're following it, but they do. Some of them thought "In God We Trust" meant Jesus. And in some original form, the dragon of Egypt awakes, lifting in the tablets and hidden the scroll to deceive the ones they protect. Yeah. The truth of creation, mutation of man entombed. Yeah, it's going to go a long time, because honestly, there's your Matrix, the Heart of the Matrix trilogy. If your underlords have obtained all the sacred documents and knowledge, the occulted knowledge of the planet, what does the underlord dole back out? Well, enough hope to keep hope alive, to create rebellions and conflict, because as we were told in a movie form once, but I buy that 100%, is the utopian idea could only implode. Utopia usually goes without purpose. So the non-purpose driven individual prays for a world where they do nothing. If I did nothing with my life, I'd pray for a world where I couldn't do nothing too. I just struggle in the real world because I prioritize free time and this more than I do bill paying. But being able to say that is a much more freeing power than, giving it some magical twist or some bullshit, or just being enslaved to the fiat system. You have to use it, but you don't got to be enslaved to it all. See, one thing they couldn't keep from you is the free will and choice. Even if you don't choose, you still chose. Rush. Let's go to the sea, the ones they protect. The truth of creation, mutation of man, entombed in the Vatican wall. Yep. Serpent's eyes, always watching you without a trace. Look good enough to straight. Fuck that. Look at the fucking room that the Pope preaches from with that fish-eyed lens view. If that is not a snake altar for a Molochian death cult worshiping youthful souls to bawl as they consume the spirits of everything they enslave, it sure ain't just good architecture. Oh, I love testing. Yes. Now, at the same time, if we were truly subjugated, there would be no ability to have a planned or needed obsolescence of souls. Hey, that was a creative way of putting depopulation. If the Duckies were right, 100%, we wouldn't be allowed to have this conversation. So, the desire to subjugate and the ability to do so possibly are two different things. Without the indoctrination and Bernays-esque side of mind control, can they ever happen? Referencing possibly, your 1984, truth is the last thing to die type thing. But are we... They couldn't have won. They wouldn't have to depopulate an already overpopulated planet according to their mindset. There would have never been a need for the Georgia Guidestones to inspire like-minded cultists because they would have already had those numbers maintained. I believe one of the biggest deceptions is putting so much emphasis on one own's timeline of life that they forget the Gilgameshian tales, the Beowulfs, the fucking Dead Sea Scrolls that, along with illuminating knowledge of a spiritual sense, let you know society ain't fucking changed none. The fuck are we crying about? As this song points out, any control system would have to have been in place for so many generations. Maybe that's why they want to control the free exchange of information. So they can get back to dominating, not being called out. Because the spotlight is encroaching on their activities. And one of the truths that's not conspiratorial knowledge is if the soul-sucking consumers and sacrificers to the Molochian and Baal agendas, if they really exist, their existence will be repugnant to most people who live under natural law, just don't know it. They don't hurt for no reason. They function. They're asked to be silent and ignored so the extremities can shout. But they actually just function, or everything I was saying here would have to be bullshit and we'd already be in the control. We are in the control system, but it be complete. I can tell Ange, until there's a fully functioning service force in this country willing to, every one of them, turn their force towards the citizens, we're stuck in limbo. And I would use that as my other country who people want to be afraid of. They can't leave. The entire military establishment there is pretty much, I'm sure, to keep their people in line. Now, when our military only exists to keep us in line, instead of being the world police, it's gone. I have to move that back out here. Then then I worry more. I'm pretty sure that's going to be my great grandkids' worry, because I think my rant right here would be, my admitting that I think they've mostly failed. Infiltrating everywhere? No. Completed successfully 100%. On the verge of closing the deal? Nah. It seems like their deal's kind of falling apart.
5,000 years silent control.
Yes, silence!
Eternity complete control. The Brotherhood of the snake. And they will always assume control.
Oh, God, yeah. Power corrupts. Hey, did we give it up? Did we give it up to the... it's there. It's wow, there's a good juxtapositioning or melding, if you will. Yeah. No. What value do our tokens really carry? What energy is imbued in them? I talk about it in the channel. I got a magic talisman that keeps me from smoking crack. Don't fucking tell me there's not magic powers. They're mine to understand and wield, but that simple fucking piece of silver right there keep me from hitting a crack rock for the rest of my life. It holds more power and energy than the enemy does. Now, really, it's because I wouldn't put myself in those situations, and if I was in that situation, I'd leave. But the constant reminder is why I'm able to grasp that power completely and wield it, where others fall to the temptation. Wow, you mean temptation is a metaphor for our weakness as a human being and it's not really a snake in a fucking tree? That's why I can't be a Christian channel either. It can 100% be a snake in a tree if that's your thing. But when we finally get, like Passio freed my mind to understand, that at the baseline is natural law and the constant rules of the universe. Science says some of that shit's real, so I don't know how a governing set of rules wouldn't exist. Of course it does. And the battle is always between, I would sacrifice everything to get what I want, versus I would nurture you to ensure we're all safe. Now that is watered down hallmark, right? The caveats and nuances on each side are legion. But they are. Whew. Tinfoil Hat Tuesday is a success as we wrap up Testaments, Brotherhood of the Snake. This is where I want to be. Not under their control. Exposing their truths. Oh yeah, it just ends. All right. Hey, make sure nothing. Ads for the channel. I highly recommend going to the original, giving the love. If that's the kind of lyrical content you like to get the juices flowing, go over there and do the thing. Like, subscribe, share their material with the people who think that message would work on. Not me. I'm probably too long-winded. That's 24 minutes of nuts. Hey! Yeah, well, the tinfoil hats say, hey, these nuts are spicy. What are you gonna do? You're gonna engage in some Tinfoil Hat Tuesday and wonder if the underground Gilgameshian Morlockian society exists. You'll wonder if Alex Jones's tip jar really did runneth over. Was he much more right than wrong? And whatever else you might have taken from it. I mean, yeah, fiat currency right there. If you can't find the rabbit hole that starts at the Fed and fiat currency and barter exchange, if you can't get all the way back to tally sticks, puka shells, and exchange and barter for shiny trinkets, then you might believe this single timeline is all that's mattered, and then we can never free ourselves because this timeline's already been bought and sold to the past, and then to the past before that, then to the past before that, to the past before the city-state system existed. All the wah over borders and control Do you think the powers that run this planet, you think they existed within the borders and control portion of history? Because then once again, you fail to recognize the longevity of the species on the planet. Because I would think the powers that be go back so far that their records have disappeared or been kept secret. But the knowledge and power to control was born before the control system went in place. The individual tribal control systems are out of control. But then so is free thought, free will, wisdom, understanding, and the ability to shine light on things that wish to remain hidden. And if the ducks don't think we did a guy, they're telling me we're good. We're good. We'll see you next time. And later tonight with, some easy listening, something. Dimash, who knows, whatever. It ain't going to be more Lockean death cults, I know that.